Catch me out and about on tour today, here in the park in Turku, Finland. Let's take a little walk around and talk about a couple things. The vista may be different, but this is still Brian here from Airflow Music, and even though things look a little unusual, this is day 68 of our Go Practice Daily series. Hope you're having a great day today. As you can see, I'm out on tour. Today I'm in Turku, Finland, just out taking a walk alongside of this cool river here and getting to know the place a little bit. And really, first day out on tour, a little bit jet lagged still, and that brings up the thoughts sometimes, which is always fun. And today I was reminded of a couple of my favourite tour activities. The first one being doing what I'm doing right now, going out and taking a walk and seeing some different things. Another thing that's often enjoyable on tours like this when you're out with a big band is the conversations that happen over meals. I was reminded of that over breakfast this morning. We didn't have any kind of especially early bus call this morning, so it was a nice leisurely breakfast hang and run into a few friends from the band. It's nice because you never know who you might run into at a hotel breakfast. Those conversations are always revealing and sparked something in particular for me today which I wanted to mention in this video before we get into the exercises. What I was reminded of is that we shouldn't let preconceptions about things kind of limit us in what we can do. If I hear something on a recording or on a gig, then at least I know it's possible. I might not be able to do it right now, but I do always know that it's possible in that situation. And I think that's important to keep a hold of, because just because we see something which is outside the sphere of our abilities doesn't mean that isn't achievable. This is the thing I've thought about often. I'm looking back at my time when I was young, coming up, playing in youth bands and things. I got into playing high notes and lead trumpet fairly young, in my teens certainly. And the reason I kind of found myself in that situation in youth bands and things was because some of the people I was with, some of my peers who might have been a year or two older than me, had already decided that they couldn't play above a high C or a high D, and was something that only certain people could ever do, or things like that. And I never subscribed to that because I'd heard it on records or even personally watched people do it. I knew that it was possible, so even though I didn't know how to do it, I certainly gave it a try. And that's when I started to figure it out. So it's always worth thinking about that and making sure to not, let these preconceptions block you from actually attempting something or spending the time to figure something out. Anyway, that's what came to my jet lag addled brain today. So I thought I'd share that with you. Hope it's helpful. And in the meantime, this is still a Go Practice Daily, so I should get back inside and we'll get into the exercises. Actually, what am I saying? They're already recorded. But exercise 1 we're doing this time from set 8, as we have been doing the past couple of days. I think you know the deal with these by now. If you don't have set 8 yet, head to the link in the description so you can download it from the Airflow Music online store. And yeah, this is our long setting stability exercise. I'm playing it long setting with the mouthpiece on my lips throughout and breathing through my nose. Metronome's going at 60 beats a minute as usual. And yeah, I'm really focusing on playing in time. So I'm tapping my foot and subdividing the beat along with the metronome. Breath starting the first note of each phrase and attempting to breathe in time on the rest bar. Let's play exercise 1. Exercise 1 was fairly smooth as ever. I'm finding it particularly helpful in the midst of my jet lag to deal with something consistent like that, so that's been good. And yeah, feeling pretty solid about it. I'm playing real soft with the cut mute just to keep the volume under control, but you know, everything's responding reasonably well. Fairly happy about it. So we should probably move on to exercise 2. Exercise 2 is the motion drill as always, and this one is mostly slurred, apart from the repeated bar of the scale pattern in 16th notes, which is tongued. But this one goes fairly straight ahead, as we know, all major scales, and a basic flexibility involved. I'm going to up the tempo again for this one. We're going to move up to 92 beats a minute. Let's get the tongue and the fingers moving a little more. And this one isn't a long setting, so I'm getting the mouthpiece off my lips at each rest. But it's pretty straight ahead, and I think we know what it's all about by now. So let's get into exercise 2. Exercise 2 went pretty smooth as well. Fairly pleased with that. Nice to get everything moving around. I'm having a bit of a jet lag struggle with keeping my fingers even at this stage and really playing intentionally, but that's just me being tired and being a little messed up with the time difference. When I recorded those earlier on, it was something like 4 o'clock in the morning in my body, so you know, that throws things off a little bit. By the time we get to the concert tonight, everything will be fine because my body will think it's lunchtime, so that's never too bad of a time of day to play. So yeah, anyway, I'm not going to harp on too much about these or waffle on any further. Anyway, if you have enjoyed this video, it's been a bit of a different one, please do hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you with another one, probably somewhat similar to this tomorrow. Until I see you next time, you know what to do. Go practice.